Because you understand that to go to another level, it requires you to give every ounce of your being, every ounce of your soul. You must be committed to giving everything that you got. See, the next level awaits, but it's reserved for those who put in the time. It's reserved for those who put in the effort. It's reserved for those who put in the sweat equity. See, it's the rhythm and the melody that gets you in your groove. And once you find your groove, that's what gives you the strength to push through and power through any obstacle that life might throw your way. See, they play the game, but you live the game. You are the game. You become one with the game. See, they're thinking about the present, but you're thinking about the Hall of Fame. See, the great Dr. Eric Thomas says, you may come from privilege. You may have more than I have, but you will not outwork me. And that has to be your mindset right now. Never outworked. If they do 10, you do 15. If they do 20, you do 25. See, the great Bill Parcells said, that's why you lift all those weights. In the same token, that's why you take all those classes. That's why you're doing all that studying. That's why you keep exercising on a daily basis, because you have a goal. And sometimes the competition is not them. Sometimes the competition is you. And that's an internal daily battle to get up and do more. And so sometimes you ain't gonna feel like getting up.
When everybody is against you or don't believe in you no more, it's a lonely feeling. Oh, it hurts very badly. I know what that's like. They look at you with that look and say, why don't you try something else? Why don't you give up?
You ain't no boy no more. This ain't no base. This ain't no, I want to go party. You've given up that right when you had kids. Hey, party's over with out of time. Got time to be partying no more. Now it's time to create a legacy now. You had your fun. Now get to work. Now be a killer. It's over. When I was a child, when I was 18 years old, I act like that. When I was 21, I act like that. I'm 49 now. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I behaved like a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut it off. Cut her off. So what? She gonna get attitude. Cut her off.
I respect any motherfucker that wakes up every day and work their ass off to live their life and lifestyle. Clubbing, partying, hanging out, that ain't for me. I'm gonna be out here running in the hot sun, practicing. While everybody else is clubbing and hanging out, you got your focus right.
My son wanted to work for a sports agent. He was all geek at, I'm gonna work for them, I'm gonna get the chain. I said, the chain? The chain? You don't wear nobody else's chain. You don't wear nobody else's name. They eating off of that. Your family ain't gonna eat off that. You gonna get a check. We building money for generations to come. You don't work for nobody else. I didn't put you in school to go give your best talent to some other man. I put you to work for this legacy. You work for your family. You don't got no options. You don't work nowhere else. You don't work for nobody else. You work for your mama. You work for your sister. You work for your aunts. You work for your grandma. You work for your family. You work for your kid.
Don't expect people to understand you. Don't expect it to make sense to anybody why you've got to do this, why you have got to go, why you leave. This is a good job. I'm going. They pay you well. I'm going. Why? I don't understand. You don't have to. I'm going for me. This is something I have got to do.
And that's when I tell you to get up anyway. Get up and do more, because you will never be outworked. And it has to be your mindset if you're trying to lose weight. It has to be your mindset if you're trying to get straight A's. That has to be your mindset if you're trying to go to the league. That has to be your mindset if you're trying to get that six-pack, because it ain't gonna happen overnight. It ain't gonna happen by yourself. So you gotta keep going, even when you wanna quit, because you will never, ever, ever be outworked. And that's the mindset of a champion. That's the mindset of a winner. That's the mindset of somebody going to the next level. And that is not the mindset of those that are losing. But it is the reason why you're choosing to keep working and keep working and keep grinding and give more than you've ever given before. See, what the future has in store for you is the gift of greatness. But that requires you to give everything you got. And that requires you to go just a little bit harder than the next man. Just a little bit harder than the next woman.
Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from them. Get away from them. If you take an oak tree seed and you put it in a 2-foot pot, that seed will never become the oak tree that oak trees are capable of becoming, because it's going to get stifled by the 2-foot pot. Now check this out. Ain't nothing wrong with the seed. Seed just fell prey to the environment. Don't you allow your environment to dictate the oak tree that you become.
My wife graduated, got her degree, passed the NCLEX the first time, went and got a job, and she took the WIC check back. I was like, what are you doing? Wait for him to call us. This free money. She said, this ain't our money no more. We on our feet now. This somebody else's money. You a grown man on employment WIC. You are living off of somebody else's check when you shouldn't be living off their check, but you so afraid to fly on your own. Stop being a boy. Step into manhood. It's higher up here, but the rewards are better.
While they taking breaks, you keep taking action.